Here's a handy way in which you can manage the app battery usage for every single app on your Nothing phone. This is with Android 14, and let's go ahead and dive into it. So if you have an app that's constantly running in the background and you want to prevent that from constantly draining the battery while it's running in the background, you'll look for the app itself, then go ahead and long press the app. So say for example with Messenger, I'll long press it and you'll see the app info show up right here. Once you go into the app info section here now, you can go ahead now down to where it says app battery usage. Once you enter into this section here, this is where you can toggle with whether it's going to be unrestricted, optimize, which is your balance, and then restricted. So if that particular app is constantly running in the background and you don't want it to do that anymore, save some battery life, and you only want that when you go back to that app, then you can actually make use of it to use the battery life. Go ahead and switch over to the restricted here. It's going to prevent some notifications from coming in when not using the app. But once you enter back into the app, you should get every single notification that you didn't get at the time. And of course, you can change these at any given time. Like and sub if this guide helped you in any way. Here's where you could go to enable the double press of your power button to access the flashlight instantly. This is for Nothing phones with Android 14. And if you have the latest update, check it out. This is where you can go to find it. To find this feature, use the quick access here and go into the settings right there down here. Once in the main settings of your Nothing phone, go down until you see the gestures section here, which you'll go down into system right here. So you'll go to system first, and then you'll look for gestures. Once in there now, you'll see the double press power button. So after the latest update, you should now have access to being able to double press and turn on the torch, which is the flashlight. So you'll select this option. You can also switch over to the glyph torch if you want, but let me just show you how this works quickly. As a double press here, 1, 2, will turn on the flashlight, and double press will turn it off. This is very similar to Samsung phones, and I'm really glad they did this, as I prefer to turn on my flashlight this way at any given time. So good job, Nothing phone, and thanks for watching. Here's how to change the long press and hold of your power button for your Nothing phone here. And this is going to allow you to either access the power off menu or the assistant or digital assistant. And here's where you can go to change these settings. To find these settings, use the quick access, pull it down twice until you see the settings right there. Once in the main settings of your phone here, you can type in the words long press in the search settings or go down to where it says system right here. Once in system now, go to gestures, and under the gestures section here, you're going to see press and hold right there. And this now will give you access to these two options. And this is after the latest Android 14 update. You should have your screen looking like this here. It's either this or the digital assistant. When you long press it, it'll take you to the digital assistant here if you have that currently enabled, okay? And you can switch it back to the power off menu to get into these settings here, okay? And that's that. Like and sub. If you have a Nothing phone and you want to get access to an equalizer, we all know Nothing phones don't have an equalizer yet, except for that Dirac audio tuner. So you want to make the best out of your songs, go ahead and install this free app, which I do recommend for just about every other Android phone. It's called Music Player MP3 by Musio Player here. It's a really great MP3 player that packs a load of features, and it's all free. And one of the best things about this app is that there is barely any ads that will interrupt you while making changes. So I want to quickly go ahead and look at this and share this with you so you have an idea of what it looks like before you install it. Once you open up the app for the first time, of course, you will be prompted to allow access to all the features and functions. So you have this category section here, which you can just browse through and experiment for yourself. But what I really want to show you is the equalizer. And to get into the equalizer, whether you're playing a song right now, let's say you're playing a song here, you'll tap on the three dots right there, and this is going to pop up for you, and you'll see equalizer right here. Once this is here now, you can actually make changes to it. And I'm going to show you something here quickly. So just listen to this quickly. And you got your bass booster. So I'm sure you heard that difference with the heavy metal one, especially for that extra bass in it. So if you are looking for an equalizer app that works great without any interruptions and it's free, check this one out. You won't regret it. Like and sub. Here's where you can go to add a screen time widget on your Nothing phone, whether it's the Nothing Phone 1 or 2 with the latest Android 14 update, and this is going to go on your home screen. To add this widget on your home screen, just go ahead and long press a blank area like this here until you see this happens. You'll go to where it says widgets right there, and once in the widgets section, you're going to see all these Nothing widgets. And if you're not into the Nothing widgets here, such as the screen time for the Nothing widget, you don't really like this style here, you can still go down and keep going down until you reach digital well-being, this one right there. And as you go here, tap here one time, this is the screen time widget for you, right? So it's only one style available, but at least it's a screen time that you can use for yourself. So you'll long press it like this here, and then you're gonna release it into the home screen anywhere you want it to be. Now, when you release it for the first time, it's gonna appear as this size here, and you'll notice these little white circles in which you can pull on it to increase the size of it. Now that's as really big as it can get here. And if you want it that big, it's totally up to you. But if you also want to change back the size to another size, just long press it again. And when you release it, you can just go ahead and shrink it back to something else, okay? And that's how you would go about doing it. Now to remove the widget from the home screen itself, you'll simply hold it and then just go and release it into remove, okay? And that's basically it for this tutorial. Like and sub. Here's all the home screen settings you can find on your Nothing Phone 1 or Nothing Phone 2 after the latest Android 14 update. There are some new features and let's dive into it. So the fastest way to the home screen settings is by long pressing a blank area on your home screen like this here, and you'll see home settings. As you enter here, you'll see a couple of them that you are familiar with. One of them, the notification dots. When you tap on that, that'll simply take you to where you can enable the app badges for your phone. I don't have any right now to show you, but it's that little orange dot that usually appears on top of the app icon to show you a new notification. Another one would be the add app icons to home screen. So every time you have a new app installed on your phone, it will also be added to the home screen and not just the app drawer. The next one is the swipe access. So basically on your Nothing phone, if you're on the home screen and you swipe like this here, you get access to this here. And if you don't want that there at all, you find that it is kind of annoying, you can long press, go to home settings and turn this off. Then when you do this, you won't have it anymore and you can turn it back on at any given time. So going back into the home settings, you've got the double tap to lock. So with this on here, if you want to lock your screen, let's just say it's on a flat surface, you can't really access the power button. Having this feature on will allow you to double tap a blank area on your home screen to lock your phone like that. And that's really cool if you ask me, okay? So the next way is to also go back into the home settings and the hide apps. This is one of the new features here. So the hide apps here, basically when you go into it, you can choose any app on your phone that you have installed and hide it away. So for example, if you are here now, you want to hide Messenger. When I do this here, this is now going to have Messenger hidden away. It's a low security kind of thing, but honestly, it's pretty cool. So when you go into the app drawer, you'll go here and you swipe from here, a slow swipe like this here to reveal the hidden app and then go into it. Now, if in the future you decide you want to remove this app from being hidden, just go back to the home settings, go into the hide app icons and remove it. And if you don't really have the latest update, there is possibly one more feature, which would be the search bar on the home screen. There should be a switch to turn it on and off, and that'll allow you to remove this one right here. Now, if you don't see the option to remove the search bar, the other way you can find it is by long pressing like this here, go into customization. Then you want to go to where it says layout right here. Once in the layout section, you'll be able to change the grid layout for your apps as well as the search bar, which is this option right here. So if you don't see it on the other settings, you can come here and find it. And when you turn it off, you'll see that it's not there anymore. So you'll have to press apply and now it's gone. And that's that for the home screen settings on your Nothing Phone 1 or 2 with Android 14. Like and sub. Here's where you can go to enable the flash notifications. And this is a new feature with Android 14 on your Nothing phone, whether it's the Nothing Phone 1 or 2. There's two areas you can find this feature. Use the quick access here, tap on the settings right there, and you'll be taken to the main settings. Once in this section here, you can, go into the notifications section. And while here in the notifications section, just go down until you see flash notifications. So this is one of the areas in which you can actually turn this on. The other one is come out of here and you can check, maybe your phone might be different or with a different update. Go to accessibility section right here. And from the accessibility section, you just go down, keep going down until you see flash notifications. Once you're here in this section, you'll be able to turn it on just the same way. And when you turn them on, if you preview it, you'll notice that your camera flash is going to be flashing. And then for the screen flash, you can also select a color, a specific color for your screen. And then you can also preview that as well. Notice how that turned green there. Okay, so that's where you would go to turn it on for these settings here. And that is that. Like and sub. How to enable the floating app window mode or floating Windows mode for your Nothing phone with Android 14. So if you want to get your YouTube player to appear like this here, where you can simply just watch whatever it is that you want to be watching. And of course, yeah, if you want to have it like this here, here's how you can go to do this. So the best way to do this is, let's just say you have some apps open already and YouTube is one of them. Go ahead and tap on the recents button or tap or perform the recents gesture if you have the swipe gestures on. You'll be taken to the recents view mode here, and every app you have open already will have the app icon up here. You'll tap on that one time, and if you see pop-up view, that's the feature that you're looking for. So not every app will have it, but luckily for the Nothing phones, the YouTube app does. So once you do this, this is going to happen. This little app here is going to be there, and you can move it all about, whatever you want to do it. And you'll single tap it to get it bigger like this here. And you'll go ahead and, let's say, press play. Your video is going to be playing here now. And if you want to get it into the view mode as I had it in just as a start of the video, just of course put the video player into full screen mode, and you'll notice it's going to appear like this here. So this will give you a little tiny view mode here like that. And then if you tap away, it's going to enter into this view mode while the video is still playing. And of course, now you can go into another app while you simply just go ahead and navigate other features and settings on other phone apps. And so you can single tap it again to bring it back here, and of course shrinking it like this here, or just holding it down to the remove up here at the top to simply exit that mode here, and you can repeat the process again to re-enter into the pop-up view mode.